We are back with Brett the vet from Arizona Animal Hospital, here to answer all your pet-related questions. We've got a lot. So first, this one comes from James in Phoenix. He says, because our dog Shorty likes to have shoes in his mouth, how often should we brush his teeth? Wow, Shorty looks feisty. What do you think?
Well, Shorty, that's an expensive rawhide, you know. But rawide's good for keeping your teeth clean. Just make sure he doesn't eat the shoe and we have to surgically remove it.
Okay, but a little stinky.
That has happened.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Well, and I get a glimpse right here, and he's got a little tartar. So what I'd tell you is, Shorty, the shoes aren't working. We need to get you some rawhide or something safe to chew on that'll mechanically scrape that tartar off your teeth.
Yeah.
There's a few other products that I recommend, and you can go to your local pet store. They'll have them all.
Okay.
And a comprehensive tooth program will keep you out of my dental chair, which is very expensive.
Which is very expensive.
As you know,
I sure do. Okay. Michael from Phoenix says, hi, Brett. He's so nice, right? We recently went out of town for a week and left our Yorkie poo Bella with a family member. Apparently, she wasn't eating while we were gone. Is this typical for pets to get homesick when their family's away?
Well, this dog is so cute. I will pet sit her.
Can you do mine too?
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see that where, you know, they don't want to eat. It's kind of like people, right?
She looks a little older and's probably got a routine, you know, and every time you take a trip and you throw your pet off of their routine, it can turn them off their food. If she's older, you might want to have her checked out. This is a good time to check things like kidney, liver function. You know, because when they go through a stressful event like that, Mike, it's probably worthwhile, if you haven't done it already, go in and have her checked out and do what I call a senior health exam. Let's just make sure that her insides are normal and that we're not missing something important.
That's a really good point.
Otherwise, it could just simply be the trauma, the soft trauma of.
No kidding. They're sad. They want you home. Yeah. All right. Dora from Gilbert says, my 5-year-old rat terrier Chihuahua mix, Coco, scratches a lot. He gets anal glands expressed regularly, monthly Cytopoint injections for allergies, and 5 grams of Zyrtec daily, and yet he still itches. What else can I do? His diet eats ground bison, brown rice, and butternut squash. Thank you.
Well, he looks like a troublemaker.
God, he's so cute.
Look at him.
Yes.
He's an active little fellow, I can tell. He's a little red right here, maybe around his nose. So those Cytopoint injections do help, and they're pretty safe. The backside you talked about, sometimes there's a little trick that I have, and it's actually putting medicine back into those little nasty glands that itch all the time, instead of just emptying them. So they can be infected or irritated and inflamed. So kind of like an infected, irritated ear. Sometimes I'll put the same medicine up the, and it'll stop.
What was that again?
And that will stop the itch back there. So maybe put some medicine up there or talk to your vet about doing that. That oftentimes works.
Oh, wow. All right. Here we go. Heather from Phoenix wants to know, with winter coming, what's the best dog shampoo for Tootsie, who has dry, itchy fur skin?
First and foremost, less is more is my principle. So fewer baths.
Yes.
And if you do bathe, use a gentle cleansing shampoo, nothing serious. If you overbathe, it's kind of like you dry your skin out and you have to moisturize.
Like humans,
yeah, so I'd say bathe no more than once a month. I have a dog who's 11 years old. I think I've bathed her 6 times in her life.
Wow.
Yes, and the other thing that's really good for that dry skin is fish oil. Salmon oil with the omega-6, omega-3 fatty acids. You can buy that at your local pet store. Look for that. That's really helpful.
That's good. Okay, and finally, Kim from Scottsdale. My Yorkie Hamlet is the cutest, except for when it comes to traveling. He will shake, drool, and then vomit. We've seen a vet for traveling meds, etc., but nothing works now. Now what?
You are very cute. You got a little competition with Mike's dog, though, I'll have to say. So car travel, sometimes if they can't see where they're going, they're below the window. They get car sick. So if you elevate them and they can see, it's kind of getting seasick. So, and also if they know they're getting in the car, they'll get stressed. So there are a couple medications. We can use a very low dose of Dramamine, which is over the counter. For a little dog, you have to be very careful because you know, one human pill for you or I is be a lot for this kiddo. but there's some prescription medications. One of my favorite is called Cerenia. It's called Cerenia. It's specifically used for car sickness and nausea, vomiting. I would say try that. And then also desensitization. So put your dog in the car, take a short trip to the mailbox around the block.
A little practice.
Do that every
right?
day on the weekend, you know, when you have a little extra time and not everybody's so busy.
I love that.
And you might desensitize them and get them used to the car.
Okay, we want to slide in one more.
Let's do it.
This is Ben from Phoenix, just got a golden named Goldie. So adorable, but then I'm biased. He says, when is the right time to get a female puppy spayed? Oh.
What can we say? Well, before we run out of time, that's a great question. This is a lovely little puppy. I would tell you historically 6 months of age.
Okay.
There's a golden retriever study that suggests if you delay spaying and neutering until they're 2 years old, they get proper musculoskeletal development. But the problem with delayed neutering is sometimes you create behavioral challenges, or those heat cycles can be a real mess. So if you just want a really good, healthy pet, I think 6 months is fine.
Yeah.
If you wait, make sure, you know, that they don't develop those behavioral issues, and you want to work on proper obedience training. So it just takes a little extra work to ensure that they're going to be a great dog, not just a good dog like you already have, but a great dog.
Oh, okay, good luck, Ben. So cute. Brett, it is always so great to have you. We're going to have you back on next week because we're going to talk about Halloween coming up, and there's a lot of dangers that people need to know. So thank you so much.